This one is real. We're watching the opening moments of what could be an enormous natural disaster because the forecast for that so-called Frankenstorm is getting worse by the hour. Hurricane Sandy, right now a Category 1 with peak sustained winds at 75 miles an hour. It's already killed at least 40 people across the Caribbean, 40 in the Bahamas, Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, and that is only the beginning. Meteorologists say this storm is soon going to collide with a blast of Arctic air, and that could turn it into a juggernaut, a superstorm. And government forecasters now say there is a 90% chance, a virtual certainty, that this superstorm will blast the East Coast. Perhaps 10 inches of rain in some spots, perhaps 2 feet of snow in others, and out-of-control storm surges all over. One meteorologist says Sandy could potentially affect more than 66 million Americans, from Florida up through Virginia Beach, into New York, Boston, and Maine. The governors of Virginia, Maryland, New York, and Pennsylvania have already declared states of emergency, along with the mayor of D.C. And power companies up and down the eastern seaboard are preparing for the possibility of widespread destruction.
The advanced planning makes all the difference in the world so that we're ready to deploy our crews as soon as the storm hits and get power back on as safely and quickly to our customers as possible.
Of course, it didn't hit South Florida, but parts of that region have already had tropical storm conditions with high surf and strong winds. Just a very small taste of what folks can expect from this superstorm. So who'll get the...
Shep, you are looking at what is likely the worst impact from Hurricane Sandy in the entire state of Florida tonight. This is typically scenic A1A, the state highway that runs north and south up the Florida coastline. Right here, after the seawall in Fort Lauderdale has been breached for the second time, with the Atlantic Ocean covering 4 lanes. No, a lot of cleanup yet to do over the weekend here. I mentioned this was the second time the seawall was breached about 2 hours ago. First time was overnight as outer bands from Hurricane Sandy with the strong winds, strong waves, and a big storm surge had commuters in Fort Lauderdale driving over sand on the road. Damage overall pretty minimal, though, in Florida. Some boat damage, just sporadic here and there. But keep in mind, Florida was pretty lucky. We're far enough west from the eye of the hurricane, so it was only tropical storm degree of level damage over here in impact. Just a lot of wind and rain and bad weather for 3 days.